Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Unseen, and this is my first video that I'm going to be uploading to my channel, and hopefully I can keep uploading more if you guys keep watching them. But, so this is a battle against my friend Dan, and he's been talking a lot of shit about how amazing he is at Pokemon, because I used to beat him all the time. So, I finally got my Wi-Fi set up, and I stopped playing for a while, so that's why I didn't battle him. But, I got my Wi-Fi set up, like I said before, and he wanted a rematch, so this is it. And he likes rain teams. Since he knows that I know that, I thought he was going to bring a different team, so I brought my rain team, but he still ended up bringing his. So, yeah, without further ado, this is the battle. And, I lead off with my Fortress, just because I want to get up some Toxic Spikes, and they'll help out later in the battle, you'll see. And he probably leads off with his Jolteon, thinking that I'll lead off my Politoed, just wanting to get their rain up right away, and I predicted that, that he'd want to do that also, so I didn't do that because it's pretty obvious. So he switches out, and this does a lot of damage. I was really surprised. I was, expecting I could take that a little bit better, but apparently I can't. So he brings in his Politoed and sets up his own rain, and I just put down some Toxic Spikes. So now, well, after lefties and all that, he switches out into his Lapras. And this is my first time fighting a Lapras. I've never battled one before on Pokemon, really. Especially in 5th gen. I did not know what his abilities were, what his movesets could have been. But, I find that out in a second, because my poison goes away, because he has Hydration. And I really actually am thinking about using a Lapras after this, but, I mean, you'll find out. I'll just tell you later. So he starts cursing up. I get down some spikes because I just want some entry hazards, because I don't have rocks on this team. And yeah, so he starts using curse now, and he's at +1 attack and defense. And right here, what did I do? Hold on. So right here, okay, I bring in my Ludicolo, and this is my first time using him. So, I'm just seeing if he's actually any good. He uses Curse again, so now he's +2 attack and defense. And what I want to do is I want to go for a Focus Blast, because that is my only super effective move that I have on Lapras. He uses Ice Shard, and I have no defense EVs at all in this guy. So I'm pretty surprised he took a neutral +2 Ice Shard from Lapras, because, that has stab. And knowing my luck, I miss Focus Blast, which is why I try not to use anything that has like lower than 70 accuracy, because I really can never hit anything. So I bring in my Frogger, just because I can't have my Ludicolo die, because I need it to take out that Dragonite, because I know he can outspeed it no matter what. And so I bring in my Frogger, just as death fodder, and I also want to see how much damage I can do with special attacks. And that's not a lot of damage, but I'm not really that much invested into special attack. I'm max HP, and then I have everything else split between my defenses and my special attack. So that does a decent amount of damage. And I decided to go for Surf just because I wanted to see, since I get stabbed for that, and it's in the rain, I was hoping it could do more damage, and luckily for me it actually does. So now I know pretty much the only thing I can do is to spam Surf, because I do not want to risk anyone else on my team getting hurt badly, or, I just want to play it safe right now. So he uses more curses. I think he's, +3 attack and defense now, and I'm just going to keep using Surf. There's really nothing else I can do right now at the moment. I know he told me that his Lapras is max HP, and I'm pretty sure that there has to be some special defense investment, because he's taking these pretty well. I know it's not very effective, but with the rain and stab, it should be doing a little bit more, I thought. But I sort of want to make a Lapras now, not like this, because the attack, you'll see eventually, the attack really is actually sad at some points. Like, hold on, you'll see right now. So he goes for a Waterfall after I do this Surf. And his Lapras, with his +5, I think, Stab in the rain, and this must be minimum damage. I don't know how I survived this. I was expecting to die, but I live with 2 HP, so it had to have been minimum damage. And it doesn't really matter anyway, because he's just going to use Ice Shard now. He's priority, so can't really do anything about that. So I'm just going to use Politoed as a safe switch-in to my next guy. Okay, so now my Politoed, wow, is dead. And I'm thinking I should just send in my Jolteon to scare him off with Thunder. And I didn't like... I knew it was a risky play because he had a Jolteon of his own, and I didn't want him to get healed or anything. Or, well, he couldn't really get healed if he's full HP already. I just didn't want him to, you know, take that hit. So he goes for Ice Shard, and I don't know how I survived this. This is why I think his Lapras has no attack investment, because this is just pathetic. That must have been minimum again. So I use Shadow Ball thinking he's going to bring in his Jolteon, and I don't know why he stays in, but he did. And, I know I cannot risk my Jolteon just because he can counter a decent amount of people on his team. So I bring him back, and I send in my Fortress to you know, hopefully just at least wall the Lapras or do something. So I take the Ice Shard, and I don't know what I was thinking. In the next turn, I really should have set up another layer of spikes just to get more injury hazard damage. But I guess I don't know. I went for Bug Bite. I don't know what I was thinking because I have to fix my Fortress. He has a nature, and it takes away his attack, which is really, I don't know why I have that. I gotta fix him up. But yeah, that does just pathetic damage. I can't really do anything to a +5 Lapras with a Fortress that has a decreased attack nature. So I die from the waterfall, which I sort of expected that. And I bring in my Tentabob now, just because Lapras is pretty much destroying my whole team. I've accomplished just about nothing except for, you know, almost killing this thing. And when I send him out, I haven't used him in a long time, but I see he has Barrier, and I'm just like, holy shit, this might just save my life here. So, you know, the only thing I really think that I can do right now is just keep using Barrier, because if I get to +6, or at least, you know, +4, I can start taking his hits, and maybe he'll want to switch out because I can attack him with a Venoshock or Hydro Pump. So I do one more Barrier, and he goes for Waterfall, and it actually still does a decent amount of damage. I really don't have that much invested in defense. My guy's mostly, I know he's max HP, and I have some special defense and speed, or special attack, sorry, and speed. And I'm not sure if I have anything in defense, but he switches out, seeing that he really can't do much, thinking I go for Barrier again, but I actually thought he'd switch out, and I'm really happy he switched out into Jolteon, because this helped me out so much. If he switched to anything else, this battle would have been a lot different. So I get my Venoshock off, and he survives. And he told me later that his Jolteon is it's Choice Specs. I didn't know that at the moment. I never battled him before, or at least with these teams. So I'm thinking he's going to go for Thunder just because, you know, he wants to kill my Tentacruel. So I bring in my Jolteon, and I get my HP increase because that's his ability. Volt Absorb, he gets, you know, more HP back if he gets hit by Electric type move. And there's no point for him to switch out. He get killed by entry hazards, and I just go for Shadow Ball just in case, like, I don't know, he had something that could resist it, like his Scissor, in case he wanted to switch. I don't know why, but just playing it safe. So now he brings in his Scissor, and this move right here that I do, this is honestly the riskiest move in the game, because if he's banded, I would have been fucked, because the Bullet Punch probably could have killed my Ludicolo because I have no defense investment. But he goes for Swords Dance, and I'm feeling pretty good right now. So I'm Life Orbed, and I'm in the rain, and I get stabbed. So I go for Surf, and I'm surprised he didn't do Bullet Punch. Maybe he was doing X Scissor or something. But I really wasn't expecting to kill the Scissor, but I did. So I'm probably going to use Ludicolo more, because in this battle he really proved to be useful, which I really wasn't expecting, to be honest. So he brings out his Dragonite, and you know, obviously I go for Ice Beam. And I feel like I got minimum damage here, just because I got pretty close to killing him. But it really doesn't matter anyway. It actually helps me out more that I didn't get the kill. So he uses Hurricane, because it's 100 accuracy because it's in the rain. And so the Ludicolo obviously dies. And I use this opportunity to bring out my Magikarp because it's an easy kill so I can get my Moxie. And that will help me out later in the battle. So, yeah, send out my Magikarp. And I went for Ice Fang. I don't know why, because if that missed, that could have screwed me over. But anyway, I got that crit, which I really, really needed to kill this Dragonite. Because, you know, I mean, he wasn't nearly dead already. So I have +1 attack now. And he brings in his Politoed. So I'm figuring I'll just go for Surf because, you know, I'm +1, Stab, in the rain, and Max Attack. A Max Attack and Max HP on this guy. I'm pretty sure, and then the rest of the EVs I'm pretty sure in defense. So I used the Waterfall. And this just shows how bulky Politoed really is, because I was not expecting to take that. So he hits Hypnosis, which I can never do. That's why I run it on nobody. I don't even have one guy that has Hypnosis on him. I can't stand it. I can never hit it. So yeah, Magikarp is sleeping now, and he's gonna use this chance to bring out his Lapras and try to set up on me, and I don't know, maybe go for a sweep or just do a lot of damage. That's his goal right now, though. So yeah, he brings in the Lapras, and it's toxic. That doesn't matter though because it has hydration. And after this battle, I really, really want to make a Lapras, but I'd definitely change the EV spread for it. I'd make it max HP, and probably not max attack, but I put a lot more EVs into attack, and probably summon special defense after that too. Because my whole strategy behind this Lapras would be just to give it rest and rely on hydration, just so if I get low on HP, I can just, you know, rest up, get all my HP back, and just wake up the next turn because of hydration. I think that'd be a lot more useful on a Lapras. So maybe in my next video, I might have that by then. So he's +1 in defense now, and I just go for Waterfall, hoping to kill it, and I don't. So if he didn't use that curse and went for like Ice Shard or something that turn, that would have been an easy kill for me. So now he's +2 attack and defense, and he's gonna go for an Ice Shard. And this is why I think Lapras is really weak, because I don't really have any EVs invested in defense, and this does pretty pitiful damage for, you know, a +2 Lapras with Stab. But I still want to make one. I think it's a cool idea. So I use Waterfall to finish him off, and I get another Moxie. So now I'm +2 attack. I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty easy sweep for now, and the battle's actually almost over, so it's not that much. And so he brings out his Politoed right after, you know, I get my lefties and all that. So yeah, he has his Politoed, and what does he go for? I'm pretty sure I outspeed him, yeah. I go for a Waterfall, and now I'm at +3, because that's an easy kill. It's already low on HP, it's just overkill right now. And he brings out his last guy, which is a Feraligatr. And I'm +3. I'm not sure if this matters, you'll see in a second, but so... Hold on. Okay, so he finally brings out Feraligatr, and he gets Toxic, a little bit of entry hazards, you know, damage from spikes. And I go for Waterfall here, and I get a crit. I'm not sure if it mattered, it might have, but I mean, +3 max attack. In the rain, I'm not sure, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. It just sped up the battle anyway, because I still have a couple other guys left over after all that. So, yeah, that's the game, and thanks everyone for watching. Just, you know, if you could leave me some comments or send me some messages about what you think I should change or what I could improve on, that'd be great. Thank you everybody for watching, and please subscribe.